Hello, my name is Craig Fee and welcome to the YuGiOh Update. I do not have the Rona, but I do have the flu, and it's not going away, so pardon my congestion. But without further delay, let's just jump into it. A big one this week. The YouTube channel YuGiOh Card EU released the first of a series of videos covering the upcoming official Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulator Master Duel. This first video went over the main menu and how you can customize your profile, including your name, icon, mate, and title, including such great titles as Remove and my personal favorite, True Duelist, which is the only thing I will be using and referring to myself as from now on. It also showed that you can watch replays of your duels and look over your account data for all sorts of things like the number of packs opened, total duels played, total damage dealt, and more. They also confirmed that the game will be cross-platform, allowing you to play on your phone, computer, or anywhere at the same time with anyone playing on anything else, which means that we'll be getting a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! You'll love to hear it. Tomorrow, on January 5th, we'll be receiving a video going over the solo mode, which stands to be very exciting. Still no word on the shop details as of yet, but we here at The Update will keep you posted as always. To no one's shock, Konami has announced that they have cancelled YCS Utrecht due to the Omicron variant. The YCS was set to take place on the weekend of the 21st this month, but with restrictions in the Netherlands, it will no longer be possible. There's no word yet as to whether or not there will be a remote duel in its place, or what this could mean for YCS Pasadena, currently set for the weekend of the 15th. Big sad for European players, but surely we'll have in-person events again by 2028. Maybe. More reveals from the upcoming Dimension Force set in the OCG drop this week, showcasing the new Therians archetype as it has currently been fan-translated. The monsters are all level 7 or 8, can special summon themselves from the hand by targeting another Therians monster in the grave and equipping it, and all have an effect that they can activate on the field as a monster, or give that same effect to any monster equipped with them. Pretty gnarly. They also received a field spell that offers battle protection by foolishing a Therians to the grave, an in-archetype Foolish Burial, a draw 2 spell, a monster reborn of sorts as a trap card, and a trap that allows for a monster negate and or banish depending on your grave setup. Looks to be a pretty solid deck, or engine, the type that can at very least perform well at locals and maybe regionals, if not be outright viable competitively. The deck as of yet has no bad cards, which is a bit of a shock, with one YuGiTuber going as far to say it's basically Invoked 2.0, which will be fantastic in my opinion, as the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community at large has been unable to move on from the normal summon Alistair joke for years. I'm quite convinced that jokes in this community will never die. Also from Dimension Force, a new Jar monster. Jar monsters have always had a legacy of being very broken, so this could be a real game changer. At least that's what you might think before setting a monster turn 1 and then hoping its flip effect will resolve by turn 2. This one is a Book of Eclipse across the board, flipping all monsters face down, then bounces all face up spell and trap cards, and then allows each player to set spell and trap from their hand up to the number of cards returned by this effect. That's right, an absolutely insane out to floodgates, because it doesn't stop them from setting them again to use on the next turn, and playing this card and hoping that you'll stop floodgates is a sure sign that you are not mentally well. Notify your school immediately. Lastly from Dimension Force, a new Sylvan Link monster was revealed as well. It allows for an easy Xyz by summoning up to 2 monsters if excavated from the top of the deck, and by changing the levels of the monsters it points to. A great little piece of support for Sylvan decks everywhere. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say Sylvan? I meant generic plant spam. Just plant spam. Granted, this one doesn't let you link climb with what it summons, but it's... Sorry, Sylvan, you know it's the truth. You know it's just gonna be plant spam. Also this past week, we got news on the first Lost Art promo for 2022, being Parasite, featuring the lovely artwork of a man with a parasite clawing its way out of his face. Nice. In community news, the 79th episode of the Progression series dropped this week following Lightning Overdrive. Simo once again pulled 2 secret rares, but in a twist, Gage pulled 2 secret rares as well, and his were more useful to him, maybe. This led to a matchup of Simo playing Paleo Frogs due to pulling the new Paleo Link monster, and Gage playing Guru Control with a small Amazement package. After asking what Simo was doing playing that deck, Gage once again got 2-0'd after such phenomenal plays as Ravine to send Destrudo to the grave and then never summon it, and Farfa's personal favorite, Redox Pass. This brings the series score to 51-28 in favor of Simo, although it is worth noting that I have been going with the revised score after the Goki mirror match, where Simo said he'd give Gage the honorary win after a misplay in Game 3. If you're going with who won the match at the end of this episode, the series score is 52-27. This is important because if that is how you score it, and Simo wins the next 2 episodes, he will have doubled Gage's score. If I was a betting man, I'd guess that's where we're going. Stay tuned for next week's progression. Stay tuned for next week's Progression Series episode, where you can see yet another live-action painted tunnel moment as they pull cards from Dawn of Majesty. What did I say about jokes never dying in this community? Also this week, the YuGiOh Rewind dropped on Yada's channel, featuring cameos from some of your favorite Yu-Gi tubers, big and small. It is a great watch, and I highly recommend checking it out. A good summary of the Year of Our Lord 2021 plus 7. As we have now moved on to 2022. Lithium 2300 also released the finals for his Crossband List Cup. OCG Pepe vs Block Dragon Adamantipator, slugging it out as 2 absolute titans of this game's history. And if you want to see something else, you can check out his match of the winner of the pre-2014 decks versus the post-2014 decks. I'm not going to spoil it, but it is still worth a watch. And lastly, the Don Juan also confirmed that the Brave token engine will ruin this game. This is true not only because Dino Chat said it, but also because I agree. As always, I'm your host, Craig Fee, and that wraps it up for this week's Yu-Gi-Oh! Update.